In this video, you're going to learn how to make $200 per day in passive income with Shopify dropshipping. In today's presentation, we're going to cover three main aspects of building passive income. Number one, the products. Which products to sell. Number two, marketplaces. How to sell them and where to sell your products. And number three, automation. How to automate the whole process and your entire business so you don't have to do anything and everything is passive. Hi, my name is George and I've been in the e-commerce / dropshipping game for the past 3 years, and I would like to know what's your name. Make sure to join my private Facebook group. It's going to be the first link down in the description, and let me know your name. Let's talk and let's get to know each other. I want to start off this presentation by saying that passive takes time to build. I noticed that a lot of people, when they talk about passive income, they think of getting money without putting anything up front. But the truth is that Rome was not built in a day. And same goes with passive income. It took me more than 1.5 years with one store and over 3 years overall of doing e-commerce to achieve this level of where I make money when I sleep. So you need to understand that there is going to be a lot of work that you need to put up front in order to then build something that is going to generate passive income while you sleep. But the good news is that once you do achieve that and once you make it work, it will work on autopilot and generate money 24/7, 365. And just to give you a little bit of encouragement and preparation for the upcoming journey, you have to remember that a person who never made a mistake never tried anything new. That is a quote by Albert Einstein, which I think of every single day. Remember that things look much more easier on the surface, but when you start getting into them and start digging and start trying yourself, that's when you're going to see all the different ins and outs, and everything that could possibly go wrong will most likely go wrong. So make sure you're prepared for that and make sure that things are not going to work out, and your job is going to be able to fix those issues, fix those occurring problems in order to achieve that passive income. So the first thing that I want to cover are the products. Which products should you sell? With this strategy that I'm about to share with you in this presentation, you are going to sell print-on-demand products, and I recommend that you do this through Printful. Printful has over 250 products to choose from, but some of the examples are hats, mugs, pillows, and leggings. Honestly, you can choose any print-on-demand products to sell. Because remember, there is demand for every single product. What really matters is the design, because the design is what is going to make you the sale. So how do you actually create the designs? So there are two ways of creating the designs. You can either do it yourself or you can hire a freelancer. So if you're just starting out and you have a small budget to start with and you don't want to hire freelancers, then I recommend you start with designing yourself. However, you need to recreate best-selling text designs in a free software called Canva. Now, you want to find these best-selling products on Etsy. So your steps are, you go onto Etsy, you search for a particular product that you want to sell, and then you use canva.com to recreate text-based designs. Once you recreated this text-based design, you're going to use it on Printful. Now, the second way is a little bit more advanced, but if you don't want to recreate the designs yourself, maybe you have a little bit more money to start with, or you would like to recreate a graphic design instead of a text design, then you can use the help of a freelancer. If you're going to take that route, the easiest way to do it is to look for freelancers on Fiverr.com, and you can easily find a graphic designer who is going to help you create the designs for as little as $5. Now, as I mentioned earlier, the design is what makes all the difference when it comes to making sales. So the natural question is, which design sells? And this is a very important part of this presentation, so I want you to pay attention. The biggest mistake a beginner can make is to rely on his personal biased judgment to decide which design is going to sell and which one won't. Remember that your judgment is biased, and what you like doesn't necessarily mean that others like it too, even if they say so. Keep this in mind. People lie, but numbers don't. Rely on data to decide which design sells and which one doesn't. The easiest way to do this is to search for best-selling products on Etsy or Amazon and recreate the designs that the algorithm recommends, even if you don't like it. This is a very hard point to comprehend for beginners, because you might look at something and you might think to yourself, oh man, I would never buy this. But don't be a victim of that, because some of the products on my store that I would never buy myself were some of the best sellers. This Magic 3 is basically the formula for achieving passive income and getting to $200 per day in passive income. Now, let me explain why I call this the Magic 3. The reason I call this the Magic 3 is because combining all of these three things together is what's going to give you and allow you to achieve that $200 or even more in passive income. Printful is a print-on-demand service. They have more than 250 products that you could design and sell. Etsy. Now, Etsy is a gem. It's a marketplace catered towards handmade products, but they support print on demand and they have a direct integration with Printful. And the third thing is Amazon. Well, what can I say about Amazon? It's the largest marketplace out there, but remember that with size comes also competition. Now, if you're a complete beginner and you have absolutely no idea what to do in this dropshipping space, then this right here is my personal recommendation, and this is my favorite. You want to look for successful print-on-demand stores on Etsy. You can spot them by the standard Printful mock-up images. Now, you can see here on the right, these are some of the standard mock-up images from Printful. If you go onto their mock-up generator, you will quickly learn what those images are, and you will then quickly be able to spot them on Etsy and Amazon. Now, if they have a lot of sales on their store, they know what they're doing. Go onto their store, replicate their products, and add them to your own store. So here's a little screenshot from yesterday, and yesterday, as you can see, my store, citycaps.co, generated over $200 in revenue. And the funny thing is that I was running errands the whole day and I didn't do anything on my store. So the sales came in automatically, and the best part about it is that they were submitted to Printful also automatically, so I didn't have to do anything. The sales came in and then they went on to fulfillment. How cool is that? This is the basic idea of passive income. The foundation of this whole strategy is that you need to invest time in the beginning, and then later on you're going to get money out. This is the key factor, that the more products you have, the more money you make passively. Now we move on to the second thing, the marketplaces. How and where to sell the products. Now, with this strategy, the way you're going to generate traffic and sales is with Google, Amazon, and Etsy. The reason you want to use these marketplaces is because they have an existing customer base who trust them. So the next logical question is, how do you push products onto those marketplaces? There are two different ways to push these products onto these marketplaces. The first one is directly through Printful, and the second one is through Shopify. If you're just starting out and you have a very small budget, then I recommend you start to push products to marketplaces directly through Printful because it is cheaper. But remember that if you push products directly from Printful, you won't be able to leverage Google. So the second way is through Shopify, and this is a little bit more advanced since you need to upload products to your own Shopify store first, and then you integrate your store with those marketplaces. The benefit here is that you can leverage Google with Google Ads. So which marketplace should you start with? Now, I understand that it can get very confusing and overwhelming at first because there's so much information, but don't be a victim of this and don't get into the paralysis by analysis. If you're asking yourself, okay, I really like this, but where do I start? Which marketplace do I start with? And my simple answer is Etsy. Etsy is easy to sign up to for beginners, and it is very friendly with sellers. Also, the customers on Etsy are much less spoiled than on Amazon, making it easy to communicate with them. Trust me, this is a very important factor because the way customers on Amazon talk to you is horrible. You can check out a video on my channel. It's called Something That I Got Banned on Amazon, and I show you why Amazon has very spoiled customers. Finally, Etsy has a direct integration with Printful, so it is super easy and fast to push products directly from Printful onto Etsy. If you have very minimal budget and you have little experience and you want to get started but you don't know where, start right here. Sign up with Printful, sign up with Etsy, start recreating best-selling text designs and push them directly from Printful onto your Etsy store. I'm not going to go into the technical details of how to do that because that's for a separate video. The third step is automation. How to automate the business and make it passive. I want you to understand that the passivity comes in once you have a large enough product base that your daily reach generates consistent sales. So let me explain what I mean. On my store, citycaps.co, I have over 800 products that are available on Google and Amazon. And because I have so many products, I spread myself out. I'm everywhere. And this means that I get sales consistently. If you push products directly from Printful to Etsy, everything will be automated from the start. Once you start to generate some cash, you need to start thinking about how to automate the growth of your business. The easiest way to do this is to create a standard operating procedure SOP and hire a freelancer for $5 an hour and train him to add products on your behalf. Remember, the more products you have, the more passive income is coming in. Thank you so much for watching. You can add me on Instagram at George Vlasiev, and you can also check out my website citycaps.co. For this beautiful presentation, I want to thank SlidesGo. Thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one.